three finishes. Okay? Three finishes. There's basic, and then there's two high level. The two high level are based on more of their reaction, like what our partner does. Okay? That makes sense? Yes, no? Yeah. Okay. Basic reaction is most of you guys, this is what you're going to use. Because people are not good at defending this. Alright? Kids are not good at defending this. So what we're going to do is, we're going to hit our low single, and we're going to get up, and we're going to keep circling, and we're going to punch our arm right across their thigh. Okay? Not up by the hip, not down by the knee. Right across the thigh. Okay? So once we hit our shot, we go here. I'm going to drive through his knee, but circle this way, and I'm going to open up my hips a little bit like I'm running. So I don't want him to circle square because I'm not very fast. Okay, so when I go here, I'm going to start running here, and I'm going to punch across Jesse's thigh as I start running into him. I'm going to cross his feet up. That makes it really hard for him to build. Then we can cover. There's more stuff we can do there. For right now, we're not going to get into it. Okay? So you're hitting, make sure on your shot that we're hitting an inside angle. A lot of you, you're hesitating, you're thinking about it too much, and your partner keeps squaring while you pause for a second, and then they square up to you, and you're hitting your shot like straight on, or like in here. You don't want that, all right? Now we're going to work in a second on what to do if we get there, because they're going to kind of turn down. That's one of the high level ones where it depends a little more on how they react. So for right now, the first one, we're here. Remember, elbow all the way to the mat, forearm all the way to the mat, back of the heel, head up and inside the knee, slightly above the knee in that soft part, so you don't hit your forehead on the hard part of the knee. Get right on that soft part here. Clamp this down to the mat. Okay, freeze it to the mat. I'm going to drive this knee like I'm trying to drive it to the mat over here. When his weight starts to shift towards it, I'm going to be punching over the thigh, keep running across the field. Got that one? All right. Do I want to do all three at the same time, or do you want to work that one and then all three? Okay. Some of my little guys, you're going to keep up here. All right? So the next two depend on their reaction. And the two basic reactions that we're going to work on are them going over the top or them turning down to his leg. Like you try to grab the shin, right? So over the top would be where Jesse does his feet in the mat here. He starts to go this way and attack my feet, my ankles. There's lots of different things that we're going to learn in a minute about feet pairs. Okay, for right now, partners, all you have to think about doing is trying to grab their ankles. So when I shoot my low single, Jesse's he's just going to try to grab both my ankles over the top. Just like that. Okay? If he gets my ankles, then this didn't work. So what we're going to do is as we hit our shot, as soon as we hit and we feel them going over the top, I'm going to lift and sit through. So my opposite leg, so we're on the right side here, my left leg is going to sit through. So when he goes over the top here, I'm going to lift and sit. Okay? Now, here's the very important part, so pay attention. This foot, this knee, not allowed to touch the mat again. And what's hard about it, as soon as I get here, and I'm going to turn towards the foot I have, I'm not turning this way. I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to switch my hands to a shot. Okay? But what's going to happen is as you turn, you're going to want to try to, don't do this, but your body is going to tell you to grab this with both hands. Okay? But what's going to happen is he's going to kick out, and I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm going to be here, and then he's going to lock me in his shin with there, and I'm going to have to build up from here. This is not a good position to be in. We can score from there, but we're making our job a lot harder. Okay? So, once you lift here, the rule is, turn this way. The rule is one hand on the foot, okay, one hand on the mat. So right now, if I'm here, before I can turn, if he starts kicking away a little bit, I need to be able to keep moving so I can do this. Okay, so what you got to do is you keep this hand so you can float if you need to move backwards a little bit, and you're going to switch your hands, and your other hand goes to the mat, you're going to pop up and knee slide in, because he's going to keep pulling himself away. So I go here, I'm going to knee slide in, cover the ground, do my shelf. So this knee and this foot stay on the mat, or off the mat. A good guy, when they go over the top, the timing is going to be as I shoot. So you're not going to be in here where we hit our shot and you're hanging out and then they go over the top. Okay? It's going to be as I shoot. Okay? So if I go here, sit here, keep the foot up. You're going to start to kick away, slide in, climb into my shelf, doubling off to my shoulder below the butt, thigh. Climbing, cover. Make sense? Yeah. Everybody got that one? Yeah. Basically, this is what you're doing. Lift and sit, change the post, turn knee slide, choke, climb, double up. Got it? Yeah. The last one is simple, because you guys already kind of know how to do this. It's just how to get from what we're doing to what we're going to do, right? So, if I hit square, or if Jesse read my shot, and he sees me going low single, he might turn down and try to pull me to here. Okay? When I feel that happening, come back up. So if I hit here and I feel him turning down, what I'm going to quickly do is change hands. So my hand that's on the foot, the other hand goes on the foot. The hand that was on the foot is going to reach through, straight arm. Okay? So when he turns down, here, I'm going to go here. So I post and pull. Okay, so he thinks he's going to pull me down to a shin wizard, but I posted my arm and kept his foot up, so now I can climb to here. If I go down with it, I'm going to get shin wizard. Okay, so if I go here, I'm going to be down on the mat, head down. He's got a shin wizard. He's going to keep cranking my shoulder down. Hard to finish. We can do it, but we don't want to. So I make sure. Boom, here, turn it down. I switch my hands, and I pose this one out. Lift this up. Okay? Climb. Double lock. Got it? 3 finishes. First one, drive the knee to the mat, circle and punch over the top. But you guys were not sitting through. Some of you were lifting up on your knees and even coming up like this. Okay? The whole point of sitting through is that we don't want them to grab our ankles. Okay? So if I sit like this, they can't get a real handle on them, but I'm kind of stuck. As soon as I start to come up, they can grab it. Okay? And if I lift up and turn, they're going to grab it. So the reason that we had our hand on the mat when we hit our single A, our low single, I said hand goes here, hand goes here. And some of you are still grabbing both, or you're on your elbows, or you're holding on to that foot with both hands. You have the foot with one hand, the other hand is on the mat. And the reason is, when I go over the top, I'm going to lift the foot with my head. Okay, so I lift this foot with my head by coming up, and I sit through. That makes it where you can't grab that ankle. Then I'm changing off to go here. Now, the way you should think about this is that your low single includes the sit through. So don't think of it as I hit a low single and then I sit through. Okay? Just assume that every time I come out and I hit a misdirection, I'm coming through. The best thing to do when someone low singles on you is to go over them. Okay? So if Jesse hits a low single on me, that misdirection here, I want to go over the top and try to grab his ankles. Kick out through here. We're going to learn that one in a little bit. Okay? But if I get his feet and I go over the top, he's going to have a hard time finishing unless he sits through. Okay? But if we hit that misdirection, I go here and he starts going over the top and I've already sat through, now he doesn't have a hold in it. He's just back there with nothing. So he's going to start to crawl away. My hips in. Climb above the knee, double off below the butt.